Hello, my name's Megan, and I'll be presenting the Dropbox It Just Works case study, prepared by Ashley, Cheyenne, Nicole, and myself. Just to go over a quick agenda, we'll do a Dropbox introduction, followed by a problem statement. We'll look at the situational analysis, as well as the internal and external analysis, followed by their financial analysis. Next, we'll look at opportunities and issues that are presented to Dropbox, followed by alternatives that our group came up with, along with a recommendation and action plan, followed by a contingency plan, and lastly, a conclusion. Dropbox is a downloadable application that allows users to easily share, sync, and store files across most personal computers and smartphones. Dropbox was founded by Drew Houston and Arash Firdausi in 2007, but wasn't launched to the public until 2008. Dropbox has a user base of several million, which continues to grow steadily. Today, they have a user base of over 300 million. The issue we'll be analyzing during this presentation is whether Dropbox should continue its strategy of offering a single product for all users, or whether they should segment its diverse and growing user base by creating a professional version for small to medium business owners. Dropbox was a late entrance to the fiercely competitive market of online backup and storage service space. Dropbox remains distinct in offering the ability to synchronize files across devices and to share these files through public and private folders. Dropbox gives away free 1 GB accounts and charges for additional storage. This is what is considered to be their freemium approach. Dropbox also offers a 50 GB Dropbox option for $9.99 a month or $99 yearly, as well as a 100 GB option for $19.99 a month or $199 yearly. Currently, approximately 32% of Dropbox users are from the United States. Upon completing our internal analysis, many things were evident to our group. First, Dropbox saw an increase in revenues due to an increase of paid users. Next, we noticed that the freemium business model was working really well to attract new users for Dropbox. Currently, Dropbox is using an AARRR framework, which was really beneficial to track customer usage and Dropbox progress. Next, we noticed that their engineering team is focused on providing an extremely simple, extremely user-friendly product. Finally, we noticed that marketing and PR was a real struggle for Dropbox, which didn't seem to be too detrimental as word-of-mouth marketing and referral seemed to work the best for them. Upon completing our external analysis, we came up with a few points for Dropbox to keep in mind. First, the user demand. Users were demanding more features to meet their own specific needs and were seeking out more customizable apps. Next, Dropbox was in a hyper-competitive industry. In 2007, tech blog Mashable published over 80 competitors in the online backup and storage service field. Next, top competitors such as Mozy and Carbonite were successful in more segments that Dropbox had not yet pursued. An increase in telecommuting and virtual teams in business practices made apps such as Dropbox more appealing. Finally, IDC projected a 28% annual growth for the file synchronization and backup services market. This is up from $724 million in 2009 to $2.5 billion in 2014. This was fueled by the declining costs for both storage and bandwidth. In the beginning, the cost of acquiring a paid customer for Dropbox was over $300. Only an estimated 2 to 3% of users on Dropbox were paid customers. Industry observers calculated that Dropbox had an estimated $10 million to $15 million in annual revenue. It can also be estimated that Dropbox monthly spending for storage and bandwidth was 11 cents per free user and close to $3.18 per paid user. There are many opportunities and issues that are presented to Dropbox. For their key success factors, Dropbox had a strong customer base with an increase in demand for their new product features. Next, they had an increase in companies such as Android wanting to partner with them. Storage costs were decreasing, which was allowing for more cost-effective expansions into different market segments. Lastly, there was large opportunity as the demand for these apps increased significantly. For their key uncertainties, if Dropbox wanted to break off into segments, it would mean that they would have to increase their complexity of their features, which they stressed all along that they didn't want. Partnerships can lead to differing views on product development and presentation. Lastly, large players such as Google could threaten Dropbox market share as they are already reputable. We came up with 2 alternatives for Dropbox as they target their accelerated growth. First would be to keep their current single product but focus on partnerships. The pros of this alternative would be promotes accelerated growth, strengthens their credibility, and allows them to have access to new markets. Cons of this could be a loss of control and profit sharing. The next alternative would be market segmentation by creating a professional version of Dropbox for small to medium business sizes. The pros, they would remain competitive, more customized for market. Small and medium businesses are more willing and more likely to pay for large amounts of storage, which would increase revenues significantly. The cons of this would be increased marketing costs and increasing engineering for more complex products. The recommendation we came up with Dropbox was to target a certain market. So to target the small and medium businesses that require a lot of storage and that are willing to purchase that large amount of storage. So the main reason companies divide markets into identifiable groups is so that the marketing team can create a custom marketing mix for the specific group. The market segmentation Dropbox will focus on is small and medium businesses. Although Dropbox relies heavily on word-of-mouth referral, it is important that they create a marketing strategy to acquire these businesses. Next, the purpose of research is to inform action. Thus, by continuously completing research, the organization will be able to better meet consumer needs. Dropbox currently does not conduct surveys, rather they review support forums. Dropbox should conduct high-quality research in order to produce knowledge that is applicable outside of the research setting, with implications that go beyond the group that has participated in the research. The results of their study should also have implications for policy and project implementation. One thing Dropbox should be conscious of is to not get caught up by frivolous requests for features that may postpone release dates. By hiring a VP of business, Dropbox will see a leadership that will drive revenue against individual, team, and organizational quotas, as well as build successful individual strategic partnerships. Hiring a VP of business would be a valuable contribution towards growth. The VP must embody Dropbox's culture of being obsessed with high quality and taking pride in hard work and making something good. Taking advantage of free advertising such as YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook should be the top priority for Dropbox. Small to medium businesses are constantly on these social media sites trying to build their own brand, so there's no really any better venue for them to advertise. This type of marketing will also keep marketing costs low. It is essential that Dropbox impress early adopters of their new product, as word-of-mouth marketing is their main source for referrals. Next, it's important for Dropbox to post their financials online, as it shows that they have nothing to hide. This will also increase the possibility of new shareholders, as well as drive the organization to meet specific operational requirements. As users are continually asking for more features to be added, it is imperative that the organization take this into consideration, whether or not it violates the company's commitment to offering a simple, easy-to-use product. This does not necessarily mean they must be followed, but they must be considered. It is important for Dropbox to listen to their consumers and let their consumers know that they have been heard. Here is our action plan for Dropbox. First, they need to hire a vice president of business. This person will need to embody all of the values that Dropbox currently has. Next, they will complete a market segmentation, which means that they will target small and medium businesses as one of their main consumers. They will conduct external research on this designated market to see what their needs and preferences are. They will consider the information gathered in the research and create a customized Dropbox app for these small and medium businesses. Next, they will use free advertising such as Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, which will help keep their users updated as well as optimize their potential of recruiting new consumers. Lastly, they will begin to post their financials, which will increase their credibility and increase the potential for new partnerships. Contingency planning is imperative for any corporation, even more so for organizations that operate over the internet where security breach could occur at any time. Dropbox is a downloadable application that allows users to easily share, sync, and store files across most personal computers and smartphones. As this approach uses Wi-Fi, the possibility of a security breach is exponentially increased as hackers find wireless networks relatively easy to break into. In coming up with a contingency plan, it is imperative to ensure that all business critical operations are addressed and risks are identified as well as prioritized. This will help the organization identify the risks that require effort in risk mitigation. As we have identified, the security of the user's document is most imperative. In developing the enhanced security plan, the organization should ensure that they maintain business operations, define time periods, keep the plan simple, and include contingency plans in standard operating procedures. As Houston had previously worked at a security software startup, this contingency plan should be fairly easy to set up. However, it is important to ensure that all individuals are up to date on the plan to guarantee proper measures are taken to mitigate the risk of security. The future possibilities and opportunities for Dropbox are endless. This is due to the increase in demand for online backup and storage services apps. By market segmenting and targeting the small and medium businesses, Dropbox is optimizing their opportunity for profitability as these businesses generally require more storage. Since this is done online, it is important that Dropbox identify and mitigate the risks associated with doing business online. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed our presentation for the Dropbox case study. Thanks so much.